Hey everybody, I'm Lisa Rowberry, your independent Scentsy consultant. Welcome back to my channel, and today I am really excited to share with you my Scentsy story. During one of my last live videos where I'm just coming on here and hanging out with you guys from time to time here on YouTube, which I'm having so much fun with. We just hang out and chit chat. There's no real agenda to talk about, and I absolutely love it. I love to be able to connect with you guys. It's so much fun. But I had several people ask, about my Scentsy story and why did I join and when did I decide to make some changes. And this Scentsy journey looks so different for so many people, but that's why I never really thought anyone would even really be interested in hearing my story. But a few of you did show interest, so I figured what better time than now to share it, especially during a month where Scentsy is offering a join special. So let's rewind back to when I first discovered Scentsy, before I even knew anything about it. I remember my husband and I were going over to our friend's house, and his girlfriend at the time, now wife, had just signed up for Scentsy, and she had just gotten her starter kit, and so we went over there just to hang out. And I saw on the coffee table all of these little testers that were on the coffee table, and everyone was smelling them and sniffing them, and I thought, why is everybody smelling lip glosses? Because that's what they look like. They look like little lip glosses. And at the time, these containers looked a little bit different. And they actually looked even more like lip glosses at the time. They were much bigger and they were like skinnier, shallower, if you will. Anyways, I was just like, why is everybody sniffing lip glosses? And she was like, no, I just signed up for Scentsy. Do you know what it is? And I had no idea what it was, but she was like, well, it's this wickless candle system. And so she told us about it. I got to flip through the catalog, and I have loved home fragrance from like literally day one. Like I remember back when I was super young, and my mom always had candles around the house and those plug-ins to make the house smell amazing and potpourri. Like fragrance has always been a huge part of my life ever as far back as I can remember. And then going into my parents were the absolute most amazing parents, because they trusted me with way more than I ever should have been trusted with. And my mom would allow me to have like Glade candles in my room. Now, I don't remember when I started burning those Glade candles in my room, but I mean, it was pretty young, and but my parents just trusted me, and they knew that I would have it on like a high dresser, and they gave me the fire precautions and all of that. But I'm just thinking in terms of like these days, if I had kids, I would never want them to have any kind of candles in their room. And going into, it was the summer when I was going into, was it the 6th grade or 7th grade? It was either 6th or 7th grade. And we had our first house fire, our only house fire. And it was because of me. It was entirely my fault. I don't want to say snuck out of my room. I didn't sneak out of my room. But I snuck some of my mom's nice pillar dinner candles. I loved them. I loved just the ambiance that it gave. And I mean, when you're a kid, like you shouldn't really care about that kind of thing, but I just loved the way it looked ever since forever. And so I remember exactly, like I took those like nice pillar candles, and I had it not in a holder, but I made my own makeshift candle holder. And then I went out to the kitchen, and a boy caught my eye across the street. I know, so silly. So I went out to go talk to him, and we were, hanging out. And then next thing I knew, there was smoke just billowing out of our house. And that is one of the things that you will always remember, is that smell of, especially like a house fire smell. Like I will still, to this day, if I smell that it's a different kind of fire smell. And that obviously changed our lives for pretty much ever. Everyone was okay. Obviously I was already outside. My parents made it out. And thankfully I shut the door to my bedroom. And so the fire was just contained to that room. So, but oh my goodness, did that change my life. So fast forward to when I first found out about Scentsy. When our friends signed up to start selling it, I was like, this is amazing. I can now have my home fragrance without that house fire possibility, you know? So that was just, it was a game changer for me. I'm like, oh, this is absolutely amazing. So I was completely sold on the system itself. And being that she's our friend, I definitely wanted to support her business. We love supporting our friends' businesses. And so I was like, all right, well, set me up with a bundle. So I got a full-size warmer, I got a mini warmer, and I got, I think, like a 6-pack of bars probably. And I will always remember at least 2 of the bars that I purchased for the first time was Simply Vanilla and Surfer Chick. Don't ask me what the other ones were, but I know I remember definitely Surfer Chick and Simply Vanilla, and I was hooked. I was like, they're such pretty warmers, and you don't have to worry about the fire and all of that. And it was just, I was sold. So she lived kind of far from us, and so like I wanted to have parties, and she was just, like, things would always come up and she wouldn't be able to have parties for me, but I definitely would support her business by purchasing from her. Then pretty much at the same time, my sister-in-law as well as my best friend signed up to be consultants, and I was just like, score! I have my very own wax dealers at my fingertips. I was so happy. My sister-in-law, she I think my very first home party with Scentsy, she did for me, and I loved it. I had my friends over, and I was just like, we can go through and smell all the things, and I loved it. And then I would also support my best friend's business as well, and I would hold parties for her. And so I'm holding parties between the 2 of them and purchasing from both of them, and I just loved it. And it got to a point where I was like looking to book more parties and with them so that I could get my free and half price rewards, right? Because I was just like, I want the free stuff. So that was when in 2000, it was February 2014, when my husband and I sat down and he's like, just do it. I mean, if you're gonna buy this stuff anyway, you may as well just get some money back on your purchases, right? And I'm like, okay, fine. Like, it was definitely not something I was really anticipating doing. And I, you know, to be totally honest, I felt like I was too good for multi-level marketing or direct sales, because you automatically think, oh gosh, here's a pyramid scheme, you know. And MLMs have such a bad rap, and I was just like, I am not a party girl. I don't need to build a team. I don't want any part of that. But I love Scentsy. So I was talking to my girlfriend, and I was like, you know, I think I want to do it. And she's like, yeah, you should do it. Absolutely. Like, no big deal. Like, you don't have to do parties, none of that. We went over the activity requirements, and at the time it was, if you do $150 in a 1-month period, you're active for the next 3. And so I was like, well, me and my mom alone spend that. So it's kind of a no-brainer. So I went ahead and signed up. I got my kit. I didn't even really want to tell any of my friends that I signed up. How silly is that? I was like, I don't want to do parties. Like, I did not want my friends to know that I signed up to be a consultant, because I didn't want them to ask me to do a party for them. That's how, like, not into this business I was just like, I legit just want to be my own dealer. I want to have all my own testers to sniff through whenever I want and place my own orders. Like, that's really all I wanted. To put it kind of bluntly, I felt like I was too good for direct sales, which is so funny now. I was just super content in my dental job. You know, I paid a lot of money to go to school and be a registered dental assistant, and that was what I wanted to do. Like, that's where my career path was. And I was just like, I'm not gonna sit around and sell home fragrance. Like, that's not a thing, you know? So I remember when I signed up, telling my sponsor, my girlfriend at the time, as well as like all of our leaders, you know, don't talk to me about numbers. Like, I was very honest with them, and I was like, don't talk to me about numbers. Don't talk to me about team meetings. Don't talk to me about parties or any of that stuff. I'm not your girl. I'm not the one to be earning trips. I'm not the one to be doing any of that. So just don't talk to me. I was I was pretty rude, to be honest, but I didn't want people to be breathing down my neck. Like, what are your numbers? This is where you need to be. Da 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 da. That's not what I wanted. I was like, I just want my wax. Like, don't talk to me about anything else. So, and then as I got further into this business and loving it as a hobby, I loved it more and more, and I started sharing it, and I realized all I was doing was just sharing what I love. So obviously word got out that I signed up to be a consultant. So I remember telling my girlfriend Sarah, I was just like, yes, because I think she wanted to place an order with me, I believe, through my girlfriend. She's like, oh, I need some more wax, so can you talk to Tawny, and da 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 da. And I was like, well, I signed up. And she's like, what? You didn't tell me? I will always remember that. And I was like, I don't want people asking me to do parties, which is so funny to me now. But yeah, so that's kind of how word got out. She's like, you should tell people it's not parties are not that big of a deal. It's totally fine. Like, if your friends want to support your business, you should let them. And so I started sharing it, and that's all I started doing, was just sharing what I love, just like I do here with you guys. That's all I do, is I just sniff through stuff and tell my friends about what I think that they would like, or what I'm really liking, or what pretty warmer's coming out, and how beautiful is this, and what products are exciting me. And that's pretty much how things started changing. And then I saw the popularity grow, and I started meeting new people. And I remember my first ever friend who wanted to join my team. I remember specifically telling her, don't join my team. I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. Join under Sarah, who was our director at the time. Now she's our star director. It's like, join under Sarah. I don't know what I'm doing. Don't join my team. She's like, don't be silly. Don't be silly. She joined under me. I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. Like, because when you wind up building a team, you start to feel responsible for their success. And my thing is, I didn't want to let anybody down. Like, if they were expecting like people to breathe down their neck and say, this is what your numbers need to be, this is how many parties you need to have, because I didn't want that out of that business, I'm to this day, I'm not that leader. I will be there to hold your hand and root you on when you want it, but I don't push people, because I didn't want that for me. But obviously, if people want this to be a business, I'm there to definitely root and cheer them on, and come up with a game plan. But when she said she wanted to join, I was just like, I am not the leader. But it was fun. It was so much fun when she joined, because then we were kind of figuring things out together, and her excitement kind of reignited the excitement for me in my business as well. So that was so much fun. And then, so that was like my first like milestone, was when she decided to join my team, even though I told her not to. And then it just kind of started blossoming from there, and I just started sharing my love and excitement. And then I started to see, like I said, the popularity start to grow, and when people wanted to be a part of it, it just really started to change. And I don't remember, what year was it? Was it 2017? 14, 15, 16. So 2, possibly 3 years in was when, so obviously I saw the popularity start to grow, and then it was my star director now. She asked me, do you want to go to world premiere, which was the springtime, like Scentsy smaller convention kind of thing. And I remember it was the first year it was at a movie theater. It's the only year it was at a movie theater. And it was on a Saturday, and she just said, I think her kids were sick and her husband couldn't go, and she bought the guest ticket. So she said, hey, do you want to come? It was on a Saturday, and I was like, no. Like, I was not into it. I was just like, well, and then, I was excited. And honestly, what I was thinking was, I'm going to get a chance to, like, you guys know, I love to see like I like the sneak sniffs, and I like to see the things that are coming out. So that's all I was thinking. I was like, I don't really want to go, but I do kind of want to see what's coming up this, spring and summer. And so she's like, just come, or fall and winter, whatever. Yeah, spring and summer. So she's like, just come. And I was like, well, how much is it going to cost me? Because, you know, it's going to cost me a ticket. She's like, don't even worry about it. So I went. And that event changed my entire outlook on this business. 100%. I was just like, holy crap. I was like, this could actually be a business for me. I remember leaving that event that day and telling my best friend, Melanie, you guys know her. I remember sending her a message. I was like, holy crap. I drank the Kool-Aid. I was like, I totally drank the Scentsy purple Kool-Aid. Like, I was just like, this is an amazing company. Like, it really opened my eyes to what could be possible. So that's when I really started treating it as a business. Did I think even at that time I would be able to quit my dental job? No. Absolutely not. Because I still thought, well, I'll just have this side hustle. You know, it's super fun for me. It's definitely a hobby. It's definitely something that you do have the potential to make some money, but I won't be able to leave my dental job. You know, we still rely on my income to pay our bills as well. And we can't not have that. And so, you know, just after that moment, after that event, like, I really started taking things a lot more seriously, and it really started to show. Like, my business really did start to shift from a hobby to a business. Now, this is still something I'm super passionate about, so I don't like calling it a business in the fact of, like, it's not a 9-to-5. Like, I can't believe I'm actually able to sit here and tell you that I'm a full-time Scentsy consultant for a living. Like, it blows my mind, and not everyone can do that, you know, and I realize it takes a lot of work. I worked my butt off to get to where I'm at now. But that's what I love about this business. Taking that moment and going back to when I first joined, being completely closed-minded, like, I don't want parties. I don't want this to be a business. I don't want any of that. So don't even talk to me, you know, to, oh my gosh, this can really be a blessing in my life. And it has been. Scentsy has introduced me to some really amazing people, both customers as well as teammates. So much so that, just like an example that I always go back to is when my dad passed away, one of my teammates, I don't even like calling her my teammate, because she is my family. She really is my family. They call it Scentsy family, and that's exactly what she is. She's my sister. She dropped everything. She lives in Florida. I'm in California. And she flew out to come be with me at my dad's funeral. We had never met without Scentsy. That was the first time we met face to face, was at the funeral home, was when she walked in and she was there for me. I'm gonna get all teary-eyed, but that's what this business is for me. My team and the other consultants I've been able to meet because of Scentsy, they are my family. We step up for each other the way a lot of family members don't even do that, you know, and there's something to be said about that. When my dad died, I got flowers from home office, and they said, you know, we're sorry for your loss. Who does that? This is not just any average direct sales or multi-level marketing. This is not a get-rich-quick scheme. This is not, it's not that at all. This is a family, and I'm super passionate about it. I'm passionate about the product, and I'm just as passionate about the company itself. And it's been such an amazing, crazy journey. And fast forwarding, when this started to take a turn into a business, but I thought, well, I don't know that I'll be able to leave my dental job. We started comparing what my Scentsy paychecks were to my dental paychecks. And I was like, okay. And then it got up to where I was making the same amount. And then I was like, really? How am I making the same amount with Scentsy as I am with my dental job that I paid a lot of money to go to school for and I don't really like? Like, I could make the same kind of money. Now, like I said, not my results may not be typical. You know, you have to put in the work, you have to put in the effort. Not everybody can make this into a business, but I'm here to tell you, if you put in the time and energy and effort, you absolutely can. So it was last year that I was able to actually quit my dental job and do this full time. And I haven't looked back since. Like, I am proud to say I'm a 9-to-5 dropout, and this has just been amazing. And the opportunities it continues to bring and the people I continue to meet because of this business, I just feel so blessed. I've always said that Scentsy's the blessing I never knew I needed. Because thinking back to when I clicked on that join button, thinking to where I am now, you know, I was just like, it's night and day difference on my thought and my outlook on what this company and what this business is and what it can bring. It's just been amazing. It's been absolutely amazing. So, but if you guys want to see something kind of funny, I save all of our catalogs because I like to. So this was the very first catalog. I wish I would have saved the very first catalog I ever ordered from, but this was the first ever catalog that I got in my starter kit. So you can see, look how different things look. You've got bright and happy and colorful and fun. And this is, I mean, not that this isn't beautiful. It is absolutely beautiful, but you can definitely tell it's a little bit dated. You can see the older Scentsy logo here. This was our diamond shade. I think it was the blue diamond shade. This was our first like shaded, I think these were like our first glass. Yeah, look at these. The lampshade collection, that's what it was. The lampshade collection. Look at this, you guys. Oh, I love it. I love this kind of thing. And when we had the gallery warmers where it was one warmer, but you could pop these little plates off and give it a different design. I think I actually have in here are like my first warmers that I ever ordered. Let's see here. Just a little trip down memory lane while we're at it. Yep, boho chic. This was my first ever Scentsy warmer. So like I said, I got this one along with a nightlight or a mini warmer. I don't have this one anymore. I wound up selling it to somebody who was looking for it a few years back. And then so I've got that one with the fizz. Am I pointing to the right one? Here we go. The fizz mini warmer, and that one I actually still have. I don't have it out right now, but isn't that so funny how like things and styles change so much? They're still so pretty though. Oh gosh, and all the buddies. Look at all these buddies. Which bring back my buddies coming up. And like look at the combine and save section here. So fun. I love like this is how the fragrances were listed. Super funny. Tropical, Scentsy Man, Spa. So that was kind of fun. I was like, well, if I'm gonna share my Scentsy story, I may as well share the first catalog that I ever had as a consultant. So that was super fun. But yeah, this is it's such an amazing company. Like I said, they really are like family. We went to, when you become a director, you have the chance to go to director boot camp. And going there, we all have dinner together with our co-CEOs. And I remember just having conversations with Heidi, and I just kind of spilled my heart out to her. And it's just like you and I are talking. It's not, and nothing else in the room mattered. It was the conversation that we were having together. And that meant so much to me, you know? And it's just, we're people to them. We are family to them. We're not just a number that they see come through. Stats. We're not stats. We're not numbers. We are actual people. And I love that. I've been a part of other direct sales and I never felt that way. Not to say that we are the only ones that have that kind of connection. I hope that there are others out there, but I'm not gonna venture out to try to see what else is out there that could be like Scentsy, because I'm a lifer. I'm a Scentsy lifer. I love this company. I love this business. I love the people it has brought into my life, and it's been amazing. It's been an amazing 6+ years. So I can't wait to see what the future holds. So there you have it. That is my Scentsy story. I hope you found it entertaining. I don't know. I didn't really think anyone would really be super interested, but I hope you found it entertaining. Like I said, this journey can take you all kinds of places. This business can be as much or as little as you want it to be. So no matter where you're at, if you are just doing this just to supply your own addiction of all things smelly and delicious. I totally support that. I totally get it. I understand 100%. If you are wanting this just to get a little extra cash for some shopping or some vacation funds, I get that. And if you're wanting to make it a business, I 100% get that as well. So thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for your support and love. You guys are amazing. So thank you so much for watching. If you're new, please subscribe. Otherwise, I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.